Good morning, all my Kinvians, at least those of you in the similar time zone to what I'm in. Otherwise, good evening and good night to the rest of you. But, kind of rambling there. Basically, I'm making this video because I said that I was going to try and come out with a special video on Saturday because, we're so close to 1,500 subscribers. And, maybe I'd come out with something really cool, but I didn't know what it was. And then time came and I realized, wow, I have a lot of work I need to do on the website. I have a lot of work I need to do on getting the Patreon finalized, and some other things I need to do this weekend. So basically, I'm an idiot, and I tried to promise more than I could really give. But that's why I'm making this video, because I do want to, at the very least, keep my promise. And although I know a lot of people probably won't watch this video because it's not part of the Discovering Doctor Who series and so on and so forth, I do want to give some information on things that you can expect coming up. Now, first of all, I am working on a few new series, and just to give you an idea of what those are about. Well, first of all, those of you that have seen any of the Snackin' episodes, I'm doing sort of an extension of that. I'm calling it, tentatively, oh crap, I've forgotten the name. Oh yeah, Fast Food Tryouts. Now that is going to be similar to Snackin' in that I will be trying some food and giving it a review, but in this case it's going to be fast food specific. It's not going to be a frequent series because, well, most fast food is obviously quite unhealthy, but one of the things I'm going to try and focus on when I do it is to talk about some of the sort of, I keep saying limited edition, but it's more just like foods that different restaurant chains might have out for a limited time, and basically just giving my thoughts on those. And the reason why I want to do that is, and I kind of mentioned this in the first video as well, the pilot that I'm editing together, and that is, at some point, most of us, not necessarily all of us, but most of us do kind of succumb to the, I'm really hungry, but I don't have time to get to make food, and instead of going to the store, we'll be like, oh hey, there's Taco Bell, McDonald's, etc., and we'll do that. So, what I want to do with the series is, first of all, give you the information as far as nutritional facts, like in the different ingredients, so you can make, an educated choice as to whether or not you would pick this item, and then whether or not that item from their menu is worth trying, basically, or giving you an idea of whether or not, even if I don't like it, whether you might like it as well. So yeah, that's the thought behind that. So yeah, Fast Food Tryouts. If you can think of a better name, let me know in the comments down below. Now, as for one thing I did want to say, that since we're caught up on Doctor Who, I still have a few reviews left for Discovering Doctor Who, but as far as reactions go, we've been caught up for a while. And one thing that came up fairly recently, it was rather annoying, but I'm going to do my best to handle these better in the future. But basically, and this is a request from me to you all, if there is a reaction video that I've said I'm going to do, but it isn't out yet, chances are that I just haven't had a chance to watch that video yet, because when it comes to reaction videos, the problem is trying to find the time to watch it. It's not so much the editing. The editing for those is actually rather simple. So, yeah. Oh, I had an alarm set for my phone. I'm going to leave that in. But, yeah, if I haven't come out with a reaction video yet, but I am posting other videos, please don't demand that I release the reaction video when I've on videos completely unrelated to that reaction video. Like if you were asking on the Doctor Who videos, That's fine, that makes sense. But there was one person in particular that kept basically demanding that I release the reaction video for the Wives of River, or the Husbands of River song, which I had not watched yet at that point, but they kept doing it on every single one of the Undertale Let's Play videos. And it got really frustrating, really annoying, and that situation was interesting, but like I said, I'm going to do my best to handle those much better in the future. But please, keep in mind that this is not a reaction channel. I will have reaction videos from time to time, and they may be more frequent at times than others. But this isn't a reaction channel. I can provide links to friends of mine that are almost exclusively reaction channels. But this is not. Poppykin Media isn't and never will be a reaction exclusive channel. So if you're really wanting me to react to something, request it, contact me in some way, but don't demand on videos over and over and over again that are unrelated to the subject that you're talking about. Because it will just get really frustrating, and honestly, it makes one not want to actually do that video. So yeah, okay, I talked about that one long enough. Also coming up soon, well, you notice that I'm kind of sitting in front of my retro game collection here, and after Undertale is done, I am wanting to continue with some more Let's Play series. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet, but I do know that there are a few games that I started but never quite finished. So the first, or my primary focus at first, I think, is going to be finishing up the Kirby All-Stars game on the Super Nintendo. Now, I would go back and finish up the zombie game that I was playing, Dead Nation. Yeah, I was considering going back and finishing that up, but I think I'm going to hold on to that until Halloween this year, because, just zombies and scary stuff feels more appropriate for that time of year. Oh, if people would really want to see it, then, let me know and I'll try and finish it up sooner. But I figure that would be a good way of actually keeping my promise that I tried to keep last year of, doing a bunch of horror games last year. So yeah, that's going to be the goal this time, is to have that game in particular be part of the Halloween for this year. Yeah, I don't think I made any sense there. But continuing on. But yeah, if there are any other games you would like to see me play, thinking more on the retro side of things, just let me know. If you ask in the comments down below, I can give you an idea of some of the games that I'm really interested in playing. But yeah, as far as Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, PlayStation 2, I don't have extensive libraries at all, but, let me know if there are any games you would like to see me play, and, I'll do my best to get them out there. Oh, and speaking of video games, actually, one thing I am really working toward right now is getting a setup. I don't know whether I will need a new PC before I can do this or not, but basically getting a setup to where I can do some Twitch live streams. And for those of you that haven't been to Twitch, it's basically a website completely dedicated to live streaming, primarily video games, but they've also extended out into more creative ventures. People will have live drawing streams, things of that nature. And it seems pretty fun. It's something that I've met some really amazing people on, and I mean, Poppykin Media will definitely have a presence on Twitch sometime in the future. As far as how soon that will be, I can't say yet, but I'm going to try and do it soon. And I think that I've actually decided on what my first Twitch stream series, I suppose, will be, and that is, I'm going to give a shot at a Pokemon game. Yeah, the last time I actually played a real Pokemon game, like the actual core series, was all the way at the beginning on Pokemon Red and, well, and Blue basically, but the first generation on the Game Boy Color, which they're actually releasing like the new, or they're basically giving you the ability to play that on 3DS and everything now. And I thought that would be just a really cool thing to give the second generation a chance, which won't be all the way back to like the original Game Boy games. No, I will be playing the oh, what is it? I think it's the DS versions that came out. I think it was, yeah. But either Heart Gold or Soul Silver. So yeah, those are going to be my first venture into Twitch streaming. Whether or not that will be any fun, whether or not that will be successful, I don't know. Because, like I said, I haven't played any Pokemon games since then, unless you count a few of the spin-offs. Like I did play Pokemon Snap for a short time when Blockbuster was still a thing. I'm old, you know? I'm old, so it happens. But yeah. So I hope that you all might be interested in that. Leave me your thoughts, as far as Twitch goes down below. I know there are a few other Twitch, not Twitch, but live streaming sites that some people prefer, but, I mean, Twitch is just the most mainstream one. And, I don't know, I might even give, like, YouTube streaming a chance, but we'll see, we'll see. I'll see what people think about that. But alright, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, upcoming shows. Alright, in case you've missed me mentioning it anywhere else, as far as upcoming discovering shows that I'm wanting to do, we have Game of Thrones, we have Torchwood, which is going to be next in line as far as Doctor Who related material. Also discovering The Walking Dead. Now, as far as one thing that I really want to have before getting into those is to have introduction sequences for those series, because I feel like that would be more professional. And I do have a good friend of mine, Sco, who is going to be working on The Walking Dead, or Discovering The Walking Dead intro. As for Torchwood, I had one person that volunteered to do it, but they weren't able to, unfortunately. So I'm looking for someone to make a Discovering Torchwood introduction sequence, if that is at all. So if any of you are interested in doing that, or if you know someone who might be interested in doing that, please let me know, and I would love to get in touch with that person or get in touch with you so we can work something out. I will obviously, financially compensate you within my budget. And yeah, so, okay, if you're interested at all in doing Torchwood, please do let me know. As for Game of Thrones, I'm currently in contact with someone that will hopefully be able to do it. Again, that'll all depend on whether or not they can work within my budget, but if that situation changes at all, I will definitely be sure to let you all know and get the word out there again that I'm looking for someone to make the introduction for discovering Game of Thrones. And there's a few other shows as well, of course, but those are the primary ones I'm going to focus on, other than, discovering Doctor Who to an extent, since it's almost wrapped up, and discovering Steven Universe, obviously. Alright, so I hope you all enjoyed this update video. I was going to say little update video, but it's going on 14 minutes now, and will probably be 15 minutes by the time I finish. So it's not exactly little, but for those of you that watched all the way through, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, and before I go, I know I mentioned Patreon earlier, getting it all finalized, because there's a few things I'm wanting to change, but Poppykin Media already has its first patron on Patreon, and that is amazing. And please keep in mind, everyone, if you want to contribute at all to Poppykin Media through Patreon, I cannot thank you enough. I really can't. No matter how much or how little you might be able to contribute, it's a blessing to me that any of you would even think about contributing and helping me out in building Poppykin Media as a business and trying to work toward making it a better label in general. I really do feel blessed to have this first Patreon, this first patron at all. And again, I just can't thank you all enough for all the support, whether it be simply watching the videos, whether it be talking with me online, or contributing financially in some way. I can't thank you all enough. But alright, everyone, I hope you have a great weekend, and expect more from Papa Ken Media next week, as always, and yeah, until next time, everyone, I'm Papa Ken, and Alonzi.